Good morning to all the students. In last class, means in the 5th class, I finished for the bridge course, that is up to kinetic theory of gases. As you was known, in case of a kinetic theory of gases, so there the gases in which the molecules are loosely bound with one another, that means the binding force between the molecules is negligibly small, and hence the particles or gaseous molecules, they will be always in motion. During the motion of the gaseous molecules, they possess the energy. So that is what kinetic energy. In general, depends on the velocity. The kinetic energy equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Whereas in case of a kinetic theory of gases, there is a one of the law which we will call it as equipartition law. According to this law, the energy will be distributed equally in each degree of freedom. Degree of freedom in the sense, the independent motions of the gaseous molecules. The free motion of the gaseous molecules in case of a space, and for that the degrees of freedom is different for different gaseous molecules. For monatomic 3 degrees of freedom, so that the total energy of 3 degrees of freedom in case of a monatomic, that is you have 3 by 2 kT. For each degree of freedom, the energy will be distributed equally based on the equipartition law of energy. For each degree of freedom, the energy equal to 1 by 2 kT. Here K is constant called Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature in Kelvin's scale. Kelvin's scale. And this much what we discussed in the 5th class, that too for bridge course classes. Now today we will discuss few points which was learned in the previous classes based on the topics. One is the oscillation and another is the waves. In case of a waves, we are also going to learning about sound also. So first we will see about the few points which are related with the waves, oscillations. Here we will see about the oscillations. So here in case of oscillations, we are going to learning, that is one type of motion known as a oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion is the motion in which the particles or the bodies are moving on the same path again and again. That means motion of a body on the same path again and again. Motion of a body on the same path again and again is called oscillatory motion. So in case of this oscillatory motion, there are two types of oscillatory motions. One is the linear oscillatory motion and another is the angular oscillatory motion. One is the linear oscillatory motion and another is the angular oscillatory motion. One of the example for linear oscillatory motion, one of the example for linear oscillatory motion. For example, here is a helical spring to which a load will be suspended and it will be stretched by applying the external force. Then it will be expanded to, so it will be expanded like this. After this, applied force is removed. After removing the applied force, then this load, it will be moved up and down like this. And hence this we will call it as a linear oscillatory motion. And whereas the another oscillatory motion, that is what? Angular oscillatory motion. Angular oscillatory motion. For angular oscillatory motion, as it was known, motion of a simple pendulum. The simple pendulum, it will be moved on the same path again and again like this. So here there is a change in angle, which we will call it as a angular oscillatory motion. So therefore here, in case of a oscillation, in case of a motion, oscillatory motion, motion of a body on the same path again and again, in which there are two types. One is the linear oscillatory motion and another is the angular oscillatory motion. So these linear and angular oscillatory motion means generally oscillatory motion. It has a few characters, and the characters, if these characters will be satisfied, then that oscillatory motion is also called as simple oscillatory, simple harmonic motion. Shortly we will call it as SHM. Oscillatory motion is a simple harmonic motion if it will be satisfy the following characters. And the character one is to and fro motion. To and fro motion. This is one of the characters. Second one, it is periodic motion. Second one is what? Periodic motion. Periodic motion in the sense, for one oscillation, what the time it will be takes, which is same as the next oscillation also. That means the time interval between the successive oscillations must be same. Such a motion generally we call it as periodic motion. Third one, acceleration. Acceleration of a body. Which body here? Oscillatory body. Acceleration of a body is directly proportional to displacement. Directly proportional to displacement from its mean position. From its mean position. This is the third. The fourth one is acceleration. Acceleration is directing towards mean position. Mean position. These are the few characters. If the oscillatory motion, for example, simple pendulum during its oscillation, if it will be satisfied these points, then we will say that is simple harmonic motion. Is it clear about the oscillatory motion, simple harmonic motion. Now later this, here you are going to learning few definitions. Actually was learned. Once again here I will repeat it. And few definitions are, one is amplitude. Amplitude. That means here we will call it as few definitions or definitions connecting with oscillatory motion. Definitions related with the oscillatory motion. One is the definition amplitude. Second one is period. Third one is frequency. Third one is what? Frequency. At least we have to know these 3 points. Actually you was learned in previous classes. So therefore we are going to connect in, that is as a bridge course and the connect मारे होती उसको bridge course को क्या connect करती जो भी पढ़े in high school, and those concepts will be related with the next what you are going to learning in PUC first topics. They are related, so that connection we are going to give you. And this is what the amplitude in case of a simple harmonic motion. And this amplitude is nothing but maximum displacement from its mean position, which we will call it as a amplitude. Similarly, the period is time taken to complete one oscillation. One oscillation is called time period. And one more is here the frequency, which is reciprocal of time period. These few definitions which was learned in the high school, the same definitions we are going to repeating in case of a oscillation, in case of a oscillatory motion, or in case of a simple harmonic motion. The addition of these, here you are going to get in one of the equation, and the equation is said to be displacement of simple harmonic motion. And that equation you have y equal to here a sin omega t. Otherwise x equal to a cos omega t. This you are going to get in. And here is a is the amplitude, omega is the angular velocity which I gave you in case of a rotational motion, t is the time taken. This is what the displacement of a particle which executes simple harmonic motion. That is y equal to a sin omega t. This addition equation we are going to deriving. We are going to getting that formula in case of a first PUC. I think it was not known in case of a high school, but here you are going to getting that equation. And this equation actually it is very useful wherever you are going for the oscillatory motions. So this is about few points, few definitions which are related with oscillation. Now we will go one more is waves. Another is what here? Waves. In case of a wave, the disturbance will be set up in a medium. Disturbance will set up in a medium. Disturbance will set up in a medium is called wave. This is what the simple definition for the wave. What is wave or define wave and etc. Then you can write it. Disturbance will set up in a medium is called wave. And mainly better to keep it in mind, wave is the carrier of energy. Wave is the carrier of energy. And here based on medium, waves can be classified into two types. Based on the medium, waves can be classified into two types, and one is mechanical waves, which we can also call it as elastic waves. Mechanical waves or elastic waves. Whereas the second type of waves known as non-mechanical waves. And these non-mechanical waves can also be called as your electromagnetic waves. So here, what type of waves we will call it as a mechanical wave? So here the mechanical waves are the waves which require the material medium for their propagation. For the propagation of wave, the material medium is required. Such a waves, we will call it as a mechanical waves. So therefore, the waves which require the material medium for their propagation are called mechanical waves. Example for those waves are sound waves. Sound waves are nothing but mechanical waves. Because of for the propagation of a sound, the material medium must be necessary. Without material medium, sound cannot be propagated. So therefore here, sound waves are nothing but mechanical waves. I will repeat it. The waves which require the material medium for their propagation are called mechanical waves. Whereas in case of a non-mechanical waves, the waves does not require any material medium for their propagation. The waves does not require any material medium for their propagation. Such a waves are known as non-mechanical waves. See here the main difference is between these two here. This is required the material medium. This does not require the material medium. And the waves which does not require any material medium for their propagation are called non-mechanical waves. They can also be called as electromagnetic waves. So here the electromagnetic waves are non-mechanical waves. Example for those, light waves will be there. As you was known, the light does not require any material medium for its propagation. For example, as you know it, you are going to getting the light energy from sun. Between sun and earth, there is some space, there is some region in which there is no any material particles. Means the vacuum. Though there is a vacuum, we are going to receive the light from the sun, not to sound. We are going to receive only light as well as heat. Light energy and heat energy both we are going to receiving from the sun. So therefore here light waves are belongs to electromagnetic waves or non-mechanical waves. Similarly, heat waves are also electromagnetic waves because they does not require any material medium for their propagation. So these are the two types of waves which are classified based on the medium. Now we have based on mode of vibration. based on mode of vibration. Based on mode of vibration. Again here the waves can be classified into two types. Waves can be classified into two types, and they are, one is transverse waves. Transverse waves. One is the transverse wave and another is longitudinal. Longitudinal waves. So based on the mode of vibration of the particles, the waves can be classified into two types. One is the transverse waves and another is longitudinal waves. In case of a transverse waves बोले तो कौन सा ಯಾವ आपको transverse waves ಯಾವುದು ಕನ್ವೆ इसको बोलना transverse wave बोलते हैं. The waves in which the particles are vibrating. The waves in which the particles are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Vibration of particles perpendicular to the direction of propagation of a wave, then the wave will be formed, which we will call it as a transverse wave. So therefore here the waves in which vibration of particles perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. That is what we will call it as a transverse wave. For example, here is the wave will be propagated like this type of wave, and this we will call it as a transverse wave. So here actually this is the direction of propagation of a wave, whereas the particles will be vibrated in this direction, in vibrator. So, and this direction of vibration and direction of propagation both are perpendicular to each other. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ उसके लिए बोलते हैं the wave in which the particles are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation of a wave, such we will call it as a transverse wave. Similarly, in case of a longitudinal waves, here perpendicular to the direction of propagation. In place of perpendicular to the direction of propagation, here we will go along the direction of propagation. So that means here waves in which the particles are vibrating along the direction of propagation of wave is called longitudinal wave. And here is the wave will be whenever the wave is propagating in which the particles are compressed, the particles will be rarefied and the wave will be appears like this. So here is the type, the wave will be appears to be like this. So in this position here, this is compression this one is rarefied. This is compression and this one is rarefied. This is compression, this one is rarefied, compression. And here we will call it as these are the crust. These are the crust, and this one is trough. In case of a transverse wave, there is a alternating crust and trough. Here there is a alternating compression, and here is rarefaction. Alternative compressions and rarefactions. In which case? In case of a longitudinal wave. So these are based on the mode of vibration. There are two types will be there: transverse wave, longitudinal wave, and transverse and longitudinal waves. There is a one more type will be there, based on the coordinate system, based on the dimensions. For example, linear will be there, surface area will be there in 3 dimensions, like that. 1 dimension, 2 dimension and 3 dimension. Based on the mode of transmission of wave, mode of transmission. Before this, mode of vibration. Now this one is mode of transmission, in which here there are 3 types will be there. Only more type of 3 types. And the 3 types of waves are one-dimensional waves, one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and another is 3-dimensional. 3-dimensional. There are 3 types will be. In case of a one-dimensional, for example, vibration of a stretched string. During the vibration of a stretched string, the wave will be propagated, which we will call it as a one-dimensional wave. The wave is propagated on the plane. The wave which is propagated on the plane, so which we will call it as a 2-dimensional. Whereas the wave will be propagated in a space, that is what we will call it as a 3-dimensional waves. So based on mode of transmission, there are 3 types will be there: one-dimensional, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. So this is about the classification of waves, what you was learned. And for the waves here, some basic definitions must be necessary. Few basic definitions. And here is a few basic definitions are. Once again we will go for the amplitude. One is amplitude. Second one is wavelength. Third one is wave velocity. Fourth one is wave period. Fifth one is wave frequency. At least these definitions we must have to know, which are related with the waves. Amplitude, wavelength, wave velocity, wave period, wave frequency. At least these 2 definitions. Actually you all learned in the high school. Now once again I will repeat it, and what these definitions once again you are going to learning in detail in case of a regular classes of first PUC. So here again the amplitude is nothing but maximum displacement. Maximum displacement of the wave from its mean position. Mean position. For example, here in case of a transverse wave, what here we have, this is the wave, this is what the wave, and this is what the mean position, and this is the maximum displacement. And this maximum displacement we will call it as a amplitude. That is what we will call it as a amplitude. Next is what? Wavelength. Wavelength is the length which can be measured between the two consecutive crusts or two consecutive troughs. That means distance between these two positions, this is wavelength, or distance between these two positions, this is also what? Wavelength. And this it will be in case of a transverse wave. Whereas in case of a longitudinal wave, here is the distance between two consecutive rarefactions. This distance we will take it as a lambda, or distance between two consecutive compressions. This is what the wavelength. Here we can able to write different type of definition. For this, for the transverse waves, distance between two consecutive crusts or trough. Distance between two consecutive crusts or trough is called wavelength. ಯಾವ ಕೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ कौन-सा केस में? In case of a transverse wave. Whereas in case of a longitudinal wave, here you will get the distance between two consecutive compressions, and here are rarefactions. That is what the definition for wavelength. Now next one is wave velocity. Already you was learned about the velocity, that is the rate of change of displacement. And here is the wave velocity, is the velocity with which the wave is propagating. Velocity with which wave is propagating. The velocity with which wave is propagated is called wave velocity. Wave period is, look here, in case of a transverse wave, what the wave is propagated like this. इस तरह wave propagate आपका इस तरह. Whenever, for example, the particle is at this position, that is crust, during vibration it will be goes to trough, then again it will be goes to crust. So the time taken to complete one wave, that means crust to crust or trough to trough, that is one wave. Crust to crust or trough to trough, or compression to next compression, or rarefaction to next rarefaction. For the formation of that, for the time it will be required, which we will call it as time period. So therefore, wave period. Okay. That means here the time taken by the wave to complete one wave. One wave in the sense from crust of one position to the next crust, or trough to trough, or from mean position to this one, not in between, here to here. For that the wave will be takes the time, which we will call it as a time, wave time or wave period, that we will call it as. Similarly here, the number of waves made in 1 second, number of waves made in 1 second is called wave frequency. Number of waves made in 1 second is called what? Frequency. So these are the few definitions which are related with the waves. I gave you, there are different types of waves, and waves will be classified based on the medium required, which we will classify as two, that is transverse wave, mechanical waves and non-mechanical waves. Based on the mode of vibration of the particles, transverse waves, longitudinal waves, and based on the mode of transmission, the waves are classified into one-dimensional, two-dimensional and three-dimensional. And those waves, they require some basic definitions: amplitude, wavelength, wave velocity, wave period, wave frequency, and definitions I give you. Actually, these definitions you was learned in the previous classes. This is all about what the waves. And here is the one more. Just we have to see sound. What is sound and what type of energy is sound, and what is the speed of sound in the different medium, that we will see. So here sound, it is a form of energy. The sound is a form of energy. If it is a form of energy, then which form of energy is sound? Form of energy अंदर form of energy बोलने के बाद which form of energy? So here sound, it is a vibrational form of energy. Vibrational form of energy. Sound is a vibrational form of energy. And better to look here, sound causes vibration, or vibrating bodies produces the sound. Vice versa. Sound में the vibrations आता है, sound से vibrations होता है, नहीं तो vibration होगा तो sound produce होता है. अभी you in general, vibrational form of energy is sound. Is sound. If sound is a vibrational form and this sound can be transferred from one place to another place, for that it requires a material medium. And as you know, now only I explained, wave is the carrier of energy. So therefore the sound can be transferred. Sound can be carried by the waves. Sound can be carried by the waves, and the type of wave will be, one is, it is a mechanical wave. One is what? It is a mechanical wave because it requires the material medium for their propagation. And one more thing is the mode of vibration of the particles. During the sound, it will be propagated through the medium with the help of a waves known as mechanical waves, in which the mode of vibration of the particles will be along the direction of propagation of a wave. So hence the waves are, one is the mechanical waves, and another is the longitudinal. Longitudinal waves. In case of a mechanical, based on the mode of vibration, there are two types will be there. One is the transverse wave and another is longitudinal wave. So here sound waves are nothing but longitudinal waves Basic first, mechanical. In mechanical it is longitudinal way. So whenever the sound it will be propagated from one place to another, it must have some speed, and that speed of sound in the air medium, that speed of sound in the air medium is about 332 meter per second. In the air medium at standard temperature pressure. At standard temperature pressure, its speed will be 332 meter per second. And the speed of sound कितना रहता है? 332 meters per second. Means in 1 second the sound it will be travel a distance of 332 meters. Whereas this sound it will be propagated through liquids as well as solids. Air medium in the sense it is the gaseous medium. In gaseous medium its speed is about 332 meter per second under standard temperature pressure. Whereas in case of a liquids and in case of a solids, this speed of sound is different. As the density of the material medium will be increases, as the density of the material medium will be increases, then the speed of sound is also increases. For example, in air it is 332, whereas in water it is more than this one. It is more than this one means it is about 4 times. It is about 4 times than that of water. Sorry, than that of air medium. For the speed of sound in air, that is 332 meter per second, whereas in water it is about 4 times than that of air. 4 times that of air. Whereas in case of a iron, especially in case of a iron, it is about 15 times. It is about 15 times that of air. So that means iron is again more dense than that of water. Water is more dense. Water is more dense than that of air, whereas iron is more dense than that of water. So therefore its velocity will be increasing. In case of a sound, in case of a velocity of sound, it will be speed of sound, velocity of sound will be increases with increase of density of the medium. Whereas in case of a light, the speed of light will be decreases with the optical density of the medium increases. With the optical density of the medium is increases, then the speed of light will be decreases. Whereas the density of the medium is increases, the velocity of sound will be increases. This is about the sound. In case of a sound, there is a one more effect will be there, which you are going to learning in the regular classes, which we will call it as generally Doppler effect. Doppler effect in the sense here, the apparent change in frequency of a sound. The apparent change in frequency of a source of sound due to the relative motion between the source of sound and the listener. What is that? The apparent change in frequency of a source of sound due to a relative motion between the source of sound and the listener and the observer. That is what the Doppler's effect. And that Doppler effect you are going to learning in case of a regular process, which has actually many applications. And the Doppler effect actually it has many applications over there. So this is all about what the basic important points actually which was learned in the high school, and they are useful in case of a regular first PUC classes. फर्स्ट पीयूसी क्लासेस में फर्स्ट पीयूसी क्लासेस में सभी जो भी आज तक बोला मैं ಅಪ್ ಟು ಇದು 6th ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದ, ಇದು 6ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದ. 6ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತನಕ ಏನು ಹೇಳೀನಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನದ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದ ನಾವು. ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ में सभी पढ़े सो है and those concepts will be very useful in case of a first PUC. So hence we are connected with high school part portion is connected with the PUC, that means college part को connect करके दिए सो है, and that is what we will call it as a bridge course of the curriculum. And with this we finish the bridge course, and in the next class we are going the topic which you are going to learning in regular classes, that is units and measurements. Okay, thank you.